Finally got the good track day that I have so needed for the last 2 years. Hey everyone, David McLeod here. This is a video compilation I put together from my last track day out at Spring Mountain Motorsports Park. The event was run by the Porsche Club of Las Vegas. Fantastic group of guys. They're the only ones I'll be running with for track days from now on. They're a very competent group. You can see here they're, spacing us out when they let us on the track. They didn't just dump us all out at one time. That was the biggest complaint from that last group that I ran with. Anyway, before I get much further into this, I thought I'd let you know the first 2 laps are going to be pretty uneventful, but it's me just going around the track. I thought I'd do just 2 plain, boring laps on the video to show off the track, show people what it looks like. Lap 1's from the bumper cam view here, and then we switch it around to lap 2, so you've got an interior shot. So you can look at the side of my pretty helmet while I'm driving. If this is boring to you, and I don't blame you, you can jump ahead to about minute 7, and that's kind of where I start the highlights of the track day. But if you're still here, so yes, Spring Mountain, fantastic track. I've only driven on 2, Streets of Willow, Spring Mountain. Spring Mountain was my first, and it is still my favorite. I mean, you can look at the video here. There's no patching in the asphalt, no cracks, no weird ruts, no uneven surface, no dirt on the track, no rocks on the track. It's a world-class facility. Like, the track is just wonderful. And it is. It's a lot of fun to drive on. And you can tell, too, there's not much in the way of straightaways. Like, we've already gone through 2 out of the 3 areas where we were, we had straightaways where we were allowed to pass. Porsche Club runs it very strict. They don't care how experienced you are or what run group you're in. You're only allowed to pass on the straightaways. And I cannot approve enough of that. It makes it so much more predictable. You're able to hold a proper line through the corners without having to worry about, holy shit, this guy coming up on my left, is he going to try to pass without a point by, or is he just pressuring me, or, and then you're offline and then you're in the ditch. Talked with some guys who were at the last one that stayed after I left, and yeah, they had people off in the ditch, more so than when I was there. One guy almost had a 135 mile an hour collision with another car. So anyway, yes, Spring Mountain, love it. Here's one of the straightaways, the big one for the track. And my poor little car, she can, if my track app, which was not working properly for transferring video, I was hoping to have the nice overlay that shows the speeds and the G-forces and everything going through the corners. I don't know what happened. It decided to eat that data. But what it did record, it was telling me I was hitting like 98.2 miles an hour through the fastest straightaway, which would be that back stretch back there. So I know that the first time I was out here, my car was topping 110. So questionable as to how effective the gear changes that I made work for this track. I still love them. I still love how I've set my car up for daily driving, for back roads driving. My God, it just dominates out at Streets of Willow now. But yeah, I kind of geared everything a little bit lower, so I gave up top end speed for acceleration. And it wasn't just apparent on the straightaways. Like, there were, like, that sweeping turn that I just went through there, I was constantly bumping up against the red line and, like, having the car just, like, shut down, like, rein in. And that's because it was just tall enough that it's like, I was trying to squeeze those extra revs out before having to shift, and it's like, nope. So I put an unnecessary, well, I either had to slow down or shift up into fifth, and then immediately fourth, third, and then sometimes second for going through that tight left turn. But it's all good. I'm not hyper competitive. I'm not about to change my gears out depending on which track I'm at. If somebody wants to sponsor me, sure, we'll do it then. But no, that was expensive enough the first time to do. But other than the gearing, the car was set up perfectly for the day. Recently swapped out to new pedals, installed a module that actually brings the accelerator pedal more in line with the brake pedal, so I'm not crippling myself trying to do heel toe in the tight turns. So that just happens flawlessly now. I've installed a 4-point harness with a harness bar in the car. Thankfully, Porsche Club was all right with it. Some groups want either the full cage and the full 6-point harness, or for you to use your stock seat belt. I kind of take the approach that there's some middle ground here that works great, and my 4-point harness kept me in position. Kept me from like sliding out of my seat during the really tight turns. So tires were good. Everything was set up great. So in the passings to come, I can't blame the car. And it was all me. Which, speaking of, that was so that's the track. And here's some of the highlights. Now, this was the first session of the day. Starting out, there was some miscommunication about what time our run group was going on the track, and I thought I had the better part of an hour, and I started seeing people with my color-coded sticker, run group, lining up for the track. I'm like, oh shit, okay, I better get my ass in gear. So this first lap out, I'm running street soft suspension, street, tire pressures, and my car was swaying like a 87 Buick. I was going into turns, and like I could feel the whole car leaning. It's like, oh dear. But still, regardless of this, what you see in front of me here is one of the new Alfa Romeo 4Cs. Now, don't tell Miss Rarity, but I have a serious lust for this car. Alfa Romeos are always sexy, but this is the one that it's like 400 pounds lighter than my car, while running something like 30 more horsepower, and most of the car is made out of carbon fiber. Like, how they managed to sell it for only 70,000 when the entire tub is made out of carbon fiber, the body's aluminum. It doesn't even have power windows, power steering, or anything. So this is a serious performance car, serious lightweight. Everything I want my car to be, this car is. Except it's mid-engine, but whatever. But anyway, first lap out, he took off out ahead of me. He was right in front of me, got out 2 corners ahead of me, and before the first lap was done, I kind of managed to get up on his tail. And through the turns, I was kind of managing to hang on to his tail. Like, I'm getting pretty close there. So that is a moment of triumph for me. It's like, okay, I never got a pass on him, but I kept up with an Alfa Romeo 4C. This was the second session. I kind of got the car sorted, and the car directly in front of me, I've been chasing down for 2 laps. Like, I've just gradually been getting closer, and he finally gave it up. He gave me the pass. So I'm like, all right, got a pass on a Cayman, but there's this Boxster going inexplicably slow ahead of me. And just watch right here. Like, okay, coming up on the turn. I'm giving him some distance because I know I'm going to take a different line than him. Everybody goes wide there. I go to the inside. and he just goes way wide. Like, I was baffled, but I didn't want to make too much fun because then it was my turn. Here we go. No! Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. It's like, okay, well, you just kind of went off a little bit into the gravel, but here's actually what it looked like from inside my car. Now, you may think that these are just rocks hitting the underside of my car as I kind of slide off. In my mind, it was wheels breaking, the suspension driving itself up into the frame, the engine blowing up for no good reason. And then not 2 turns later, I'm kind of poking along to make sure everything's fine, and get an NSX that passes me, and whoop, yeah, he tried to go off-road too. We weren't all together with it at that point. Okay, here's the other moment of shame. So, all of session 2, starting like about the second lap, I look up in my rearview mirror, and there's a Porsche Cayenne coming up behind me. And I'm just like, no, fuck. Okay, the truth of the matter is, we had been doing battle for 3 laps, like 15 minutes out there, where he would catch up with me at the end of the straightaway, where there wouldn't be room to pass. We would go through the turns, and I was in pro mode. I was clipping apexes perfectly. I was heel toeing. I was just torturing my tires. But it worked. I would put some massive distance between us through the turns. We'd hit the next straightaway, and I'd get far enough to the end that by the time he would catch up with me, oh, sorry, man, there's no room to pass. We're at the end of the straightaway. And then we'd go through the turns again, rinse, repeat. We did that for 15 minutes. And I finally, this was after I had watched the one car run off the road, and I got distracted by that. I slowed down. There was enough going on that I gave him the opening to catch up to me. I relented. It's like, all right, you've got it. Go for it, man. You go here. Here's the pass. I gave it to him. But that's okay, because session 3, I'm out driving. I'm minding my own business. I'm not even looking for anybody out there. I'm just driving. And who do I see? What? Who's that ahead of me that I've caught up with miraculously? Oh yeah. I mean, pro driver is not a strong enough description. I really should have turned the voiceover off here so you can hear the car is just the minute I see him, oh god, the intake gets angrier, the exhaust gets angrier. It's very focused, because I had a target. By God, vengeance must be served. Again, we're not supposed to be racing out there, but come on, I was passed by an SUV. So it was all friendly, good fun. I wasn't about to put anybody in danger, but yeah, this was a moment of pride. It's okay, I finally caught back up with him, and I got the point by. So, and this is what I'm talking about. These were nice enough guys. He could have walked away from me on the straight, and we could have done this another 13 times, but he didn't. He gave me the point by because he knew I was gonna stay out ahead of him. I wasn't gonna hold him up. So yeah, those were the big highlights. This one here, what that is ahead of me, it's really one of the 2 assholes on the track. He was passing without waiting for people to give him a point by. That would be the Cayman out there. The other car though was a 991 911 Turbo. That would be the brand new 911 Turbo. It's a 4-wheel drive car, so it's got just insane grip going through the turns, and it's putting out 540 horsepower, so more than twice the power of my car. I mean, it's a $160,000 car, so big boy toys. But yeah, I mean, it's so they passed me. I'm not even about to front that I could hold them off. But yeah, this is a moment of pride for me. We spent a better part of a whole lap. I hung with him. So for a car that's really like a race car right off the showroom floor, I think the 0 to 60 on that thing is something like 3.5 seconds. No, I'm sorry, it's 2.9 seconds. That's insane. But like I said, I was kind of able to keep up with him. He didn't just walk away and leave me, kind of like the Cayenne did. So that's a moment of pride. I was also amused. I don't know if you can see it clearly in any of the video here, but this particular 911 Turbo was sponsored by the Love Store, a popular sex toy shop here in Las Vegas. So the jokes just write themselves. A 911 sponsored by a sex toy store. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so if you stuck around this long, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching. Had a great day out there, and hopefully I'll be able to do it again soon, and hopefully get my speed and G-forces and all of that put up as well. So we'll see. And if anybody wants to come out and join me, it's a lot of fun. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy.